Hello, my name is Garrett. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk a little bit about what is keeping people stuck. What's going on? Why don't they make progress? Why can't they seem to have an abiding awakening? What are they doing that's stopping that from flowering? So I I have the privilege of talking to lots and lots and lots of awakening people going through spiritual awakenings, people who have had awakenings, seekers, and I do lots of retreats and I get to sit and hear lots of great questions. And people are constantly asking, why? Why is it not happening? What am I doing wrong? And I make observations, right? Because I'm always sat there, I'm always listening. I have a really, really keen ear when I hear people talking and when I overhear people's conversations. I might be sitting at a table and I'll just, my ears hearing things all the time, and even comments on my YouTube videos. Um, there's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of chatter that just seems to go on for people. And I'm going to be brutally honest again, right? I'm going to keep coming back to my awakening and what I did and what I see or what I feel is one of the reasons why I had quite a an easy process. Like it for me, it was very smooth. It was very fluid. Everything just kind of, you know, unfolded naturally, right? So people are constantly going into their minds and trying to figure it out, right? They are constantly asking question after question, making comparisons, right? It's like, oh, so I hear the words, this is the pointing. Now I have to figure it out in my head, right? I have to now compare what this teacher said to that teacher to this teacher, right? Who's got it figured out, right? You do not figure this out. There was a comment, one of my videos, I almost had my head wrapped around this. Uh, you will never get your head wrapped around it. The mind cannot understand awakening. It really, really can't. It just, that's not what it is. It's not the mind. It's not an intellectual understanding. It's not a something you figure out and then your life runs smoother. One of the things that I constantly kept reminding myself when I was going through my awakening was to not get offended, not take anything that anybody says literally, right? It's like, and I was really fortunate in a way, right? I early on noticed that it wasn't about what anybody said. It was about me basking in the energy for as long as possible. For me, soaking it up, taking it in, bringing that Shakti inside into my brain, just feeling that, being one with it over and over and over and over again, as much as possible, right? That's that's what was flowering, right? That's what was making you know, the bud open up, right? Sitting in that. That was the sunshine, that was the water. I went on retreats. I was around a teacher who was triggering, to say the least, to a lot of people. Broke the norm in terms of diet, his opinions on enlightenment. He would sit there and get into arguments with people, offend people. I would see people leave the retreat. I didn't care. I was like, I don't care what this guy is saying, right? I really don't care what he's saying. I am here for one thing. He can say whatever he likes as long as I get to sit in this energy. And yeah, I mean, I never got offended. um, so this is one of the things, right? You don't have to like the teacher, right? You don't have to agree with everything they say. Sometimes they're going to say things that are going to go against your moral compass, right? They might say something and you go, well, that's not what an enlightened being should be like. Or, I mentioned that I watch UFC on retreat and people were like, but isn't that violence? It's like, just don't think about it, right? Don't have this picture of what that teacher is meant to be like because you're going to be disappointed. They're never going to meet your expectations. If you want to have uh, this perfect picture of a guru or a teacher that's holier than thou, go and follow a dead guru, right? Someone that's not going to talk, someone who's not going to trigger you. Put a picture on your wall, and yeah, you won't get triggered, and you'll have a great relationship. But if you like, getting triggered is part of the awakening process, right? Part of the awakening is bringing your human part into the awakening. And you can only do that when your traumas and your triggers come up, right? They come up, you feel them. Oh, there they are. They don't feel very good. You stop avoiding them, right? You stop pointing the finger outwards to you did this. This is all your fault. You were irresponsible. And then you point the finger back and you go, okay, what in me? Because it's your universe, right? It's all you. So I have a universe. You have a universe. Your brother, your sister, your parents, they all have their own individual universe. You are the center of your universe, right? And this is why my universe is different to your universe. And people, they come and they say, well, Garrett, what about the suffering in this part of the world and that part of the world? Well, hang on. I'm living in my universe and you're living in your universe. And my universe is pretty good, right? I concentrate on what's in front of me. I do the best that I can. I, I'm on retreats with people and I see people suffering, right? And when it happens in front of me, I'm there for that person and I feel their pain and their suffering, right? Because that's what I can connect to, what's in front of me. The awakened mind doesn't project out into the future or the past. It doesn't worry about things that it can't deal with in the present moment. It's like the ability to process and to like think about things that aren't directly in front of you. That's really, really difficult. So maybe in your universe, right, there's suffering, there's, lack of abundance, scarcity. Um, but that's not in my universe. I don't see that. And you can have people who live in the same house and they're completely living different realities, right? They live in the same neighborhood, same house, and one person has an amazing outlook, the other person negative. Uh, they live totally in different worlds. And it's not that you're denying suffering. It's not that you're saying, well, I don't see it, therefore, I just put the blinkers on, blah, 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 blah. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. It's like you just, consciousness, just, there's a mechanism that breaks from the world when you fully awaken. And it's like out there feels more like a dream, and your inner world is more like there's more going on inside. So it's like everybody is living in their own little universe. You're all the center of your own universe, having your own experience. The world displays itself to you the way you feel about yourself, the way you vibrate. What you vibrate attracts your circumstances, right? Your luck, your abundance, everything is down to you, your outlook, your vibration, and then the outer world matches that. So stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to make comparisons. Stop trying to have this idea of what the perfect teacher is or the way somebody should be, because they're not, right? It's like I say things and people get offended. And never in my mind do I think when I'm talking that I'm here to offend somebody or, I'm going to say this in a certain way to piss people off, right? But people, like there could be 100 people, right? And most people are probably fine with what I say, but maybe one person, their filter just takes in my words differently and it hits them in a different way and they get offended. So change, change your inner world, change your outlook on the outside world, have no expectations, right? It's like just because somebody says something, right? Just because words come out of someone's mouth, is that the absolute truth? Is that how that person really acts and feels in the world? No, it's not. I say so much stuff and it has no reflection on how I actually feel. Sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I eat the wrong thing, sometimes I say things I'm a little short. Is that how I really am though? Just because them words just come out of my mouth? No, it's not. It's absolutely not. It's just how the moment of the day you caught me. It's how you take my words. Yeah. Don't get so offended. Don't, don't take things to heart. Try and laugh a little bit. Um, yeah. So these are the things. These are the things that I'm seeing that get in the way of people's awakening, trying to work things out, taking people's, words literally, um, making too many comparisons, judgments. Just stop doing it. Just stop doing it. Don't believe your own thoughts. Don't believe the good ones. Don't believe the bad ones. Just take everything as it is. Okay. Just everything is fine. Nobody needs to get upset. Nobody's out to, to offend you. That's usually not how it is. People say things. People say stupid things. Somebody on one of my retreats recently told me like somebody made a really horrible, like insensitive comment to this person, and even I was like, Jesus, but people don't mean it. They really don't. They're just words. Okay, take care. Bye bye.